The challenge almost all of us face right now is staying in shape, whilst almost never being able to leave our boring yet comfortable homes. So in the UK, with gyms closed nationwide, it can be easy to surrender to inactivity. This is especially true when living in small homes and shared spaces, which don't have the space for padded benches or large pieces of gym equipment. And these items aren't helped by the fact that they can look pretty terrible sitting in the middle of your living room. So in an attempt to do the best I can with the least possible equipment, I've managed to pare it down to just 4 minimal items that fulfill all of my needs for building strength and muscle. As someone who's always been interested in doing more with less, I've always thought that there has to be a better way of getting in shape, instead of traveling to overcrowded, debt-inducing gyms. So seeing as we're in lockdown and I don't really have any other choice right now, I think I've finally stumbled across a workout routine that I'm actually really happy with and can see myself sticking to for a very long time. So irrespective of the size of your living room, I figured that you guys might find some of these insights to be helpful. The 4 pieces of equipment that I use are a pull-up bar, an easy curl bar, a weighted vest, and a pair of dumbbells. And my routine is really just a pretty classic bodybuilding split, consisting of only 3 days, which targets my entire body. So day 1 is a pull day targeting back and biceps, which only involves pulling movements. Day 2 is a push day targeting chest and triceps, which only involves pushing movements. And day 3 finishes everything up by targeting shoulders and legs. And then of course there's a 4th day to rest. I usually try to stick with this the best I can, but due to how unpredictable life can be, I don't really like sticking to schedules. So as a bare minimum, I just make sure that I get this routine in at least once a week. So day 1 is back and biceps, which utilizes the pull-up bar and easy curl bar. I'll typically start the workout with the pull-up bar to do wide grip pull-ups, and I'll usually do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps to target my upper back. Then I'll move on to close grip pull-ups, which essentially do the same thing but target a slightly different area. This pull-up bar is probably the best piece of gym equipment that I've ever bought, as it's super lightweight and really easily hooks over your door frame. However, I like to slip just a couple of socks between the door frame and the bar to give the frame some added protection. Next, I'll get in 4 sets of the all-important bicep curl using the easy curl bar. I have no idea what makes it easy or why it's spelled E-Z, but I like it. I'll usually do 8 to 10 reps for each set with these, and then do the same thing with a pronated grip instead, which is the same thing but with my palms facing the floor. This easy curl bar is just a standard 1-inch spin lock bar with 5 kilo steel plates, which easily slide on and off, so you can add weight as you make more gains. You could probably do this exercise with dumbbells too, but I personally find the bar to be much more controllable and comfortable. On day 2, it's time for chest and triceps. This is where I use the easy curl bar on the floor as a comfortable place to rest my fragile wrists while I do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps of wide grip push-ups. Previously, I was just doing these with my body weight, but I felt like I needed a bit more of a challenge, so I got this weighted vest as well. I probably overestimated my strength when ordering this, because this one holds up to 40 kilos, which doesn't really sound like a lot, but considering how hard this is with only 24 kilos, I honestly don't ever see myself working up to that number. Then I do the same thing with close grip push-ups, this time using spin lock dumbbells as a grip, which do more to target my triceps. I'll just say that it can be pretty easy to bang out quick and explosive push-ups with zero form, but the key to building muscle is spending time under tension. So when you really slow the movement down, it gets a lot harder and you get much better results. Obviously, your ego won't thank you for it, as you can't brag about the 200 push-ups that you did yesterday, but you'll definitely get a much better workout. Then I'll finish up with 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps of skull crushers, using the easy curl bar whilst lying on the floor. This exercise is really the reason I got the bar in the first place, as I find it really gives my triceps a great workout compared to other exercises I've experimented with in the past. With this, you really want to make sure that you're getting good form and you aren't straining any of your joints by using too heavy of a weight or having your elbows at too much of a right angle. Finally, I'll finish things up on day 3 with shoulders and legs. This consists of 4 10-rep sets of shoulder pressing using the easy curl bar, 4 10-rep sets of shoulder flies using my dumbbells, and then 4 10-rep sets of bent over shoulder flies to make sure that I work out all of the parts of my deltoids. And finally, because I never ever skip legs, I do 4 sets of 10 to 12 squats using my 24 kilo weighted vest, and 4 sets of 10 to 12 stiff-legged deadlifts using the easy curl bar. And that wraps up the entire routine. What you'll probably notice is that I haven't included any ab workouts in here, and this is because I hate working out my abs, and secondly because I find that they do end up getting a pretty good workout when doing compound movements like these with the proper form. I try to make sure that my abs are always fully engaged when doing any of these exercises to make sure that I'm giving my back the proper support that it needs. However, if you do feel the need to work on your abs, you can easily add in some crunches or some leg raises using the pull-up bar at the end of each workout. At the end of the day, this 3-day split is what I found to work best for me. I think that this equipment is great because you can easily increase the difficulty and add in other exercises to this routine like lunges, extensions and rows without ever having to go out and buy anything else. And all of this equipment easily fits inside of a closet or underneath a sofa. But since we're on the topic of figuring out what works best, Skillshare have also been a great resource for learning new skills, who are also the sponsors of today's video. If you're in need of an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people, Skillshare is the place for you. There you can explore new skills, get lost in creativity, and deepen your existing passions. And there's classes ranging from things like photography and film to cooking, coding, and more. I recently enjoyed this course by fellow YouTuber Mike Boyd on how to learn strategies for starting, practicing, and mastering the skills you've always wanted. In this class, I really enjoyed him explaining how our minds are also like muscles, which grow and benefit from regular exercise through learning. What's great about Skillshare is that there are no ads and it's curated specifically for learning. So they're always launching new premium classes, which allows you to stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. Best of all, it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription, and the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial of premium membership, so you can explore wherever your creativity takes you. Finally, I'll just also say before I end the video that I'm not a personal trainer, so take everything I say with a pinch of salt. However, I have found that the main thing when doing any of these exercises is learning how to maintain controlled form and suitably adjusting the weight to try and hit failure between around 8 to 12 reps. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and I figured that in case you need them, I've left details of everything down in the video description below. I actually bought a lot of this gear ages ago, but looking online, I think that you can get pretty much everything apart from the vest for around £130, which really is pretty crazy considering how much more gym memberships eventually add up to be. Either way, unfortunately we don't really have much choice for the meantime, but obviously for the future it can be a really great option if you're trying to get out of debt, and you can always add things in like more plates and the weighted vest as you progress. I think a lot of people can testify that regularly exercising can be pretty life-changing, as typically it becomes a keystone habit which sends ripples of energy and positive change throughout your life. So that's why this year I'm really hoping to double down on my own routine and keep lifting the bar, so to speak. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a like, as it really helps push it in front of more people. And of course, I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments section if this is something you've also been experimenting with too. Also, if you haven't already, I'd love it if you subscribed, as I frequently make more videos like this one regarding how to do more with less. And you may also like my other videos on habit change, like the one that I made at the start of the year on 5 destructive habits to change in 2021. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.